This program is proudly brought to you by Puma Energy and proudly supported by BSB, official sponsor of the 2015 Pacific Games, and New Guinea, exclusive carrier for the 2015 Pacific Games, and Coral Sea Hotels, preferred accommodation provider of the 2015 Pacific Games. Good evening and welcome to Road to Port Moresby 2015. On tonight's episode, we profile Cricket PNG selections for the Pacific Games, as well as key updates for the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium and the Amoa Volleyball team. Now, PNG's national volleyball team, Amoa, will be looking to defend their title as the champs in the Pacific come July. Dion Combang caught up with members of the men and women's team as they prepare for the Games.
Volleyball is one of our strongest team sports to take out medals at the Pacific Games this year. The national volleyball team, PNG Amoa, have one aim in mind, and that is to take gold come July in front of a home crowd. PNG has always been a strong contender when it comes to volleyball in the Pacific. At the 2011 Pacific Games in Noumea, New Caledonia, Team PNG Women's Volleyball finished 6th and the men's team defeated New Caledonia to win bronze. However, at the recent mini Pacific Games in Wallis and Futuna, the PNG Amoa Women's Volleyball team played off for the bronze medal and were edged out by the Fijians. And the men's team went on to defeat Wallis and Futuna in front of their home crowd to take the gold medal. The Amoa Women's Volleyball team will have the experience of Lois Garena, who has been in the national team since 2010.
It's very exciting. We've got a bunch of young females in the team now, and we've got more height than before. The ladies are more agile, they're more stronger, and yeah, it's different from what we were used to in the past with the type of team we had before. So it's very exciting to see the young ladies, step up to the plate and take it on full force. Yeah, it's really exciting.
Lois is also one of the Games ambassadors for the 2015 Port Moresby Pacific Games.
It means a lot because volleyball is seen in Papua New Guinea as like a casual kind of sport. It's seen as a social sport and played at a different level. Now it's my chance as an ambassador to show Papua New Guinea that it's an exciting, very energetic game. It's not just people passing and throwing the ball over. It's got speed, it's got power in it, and it takes a lot of thinking and thought into how you play the game. So yeah, I wanna, as the ambassador, I wanna show people that volleyball is a very exciting sport. And anybody can play it, so yeah.
The Amoa women's team features two sisters, 22-year-old Zoe and 18-year-old Pepetua Awadu, who will make their Pacific Games debut come July.
We are the Awadu sisters. We're both middle blockers in the Amoa women's team. We're really excited, especially playing in front of the home crowd. We're very privileged to actually play in front of the crowd. We've been training really hard. We want to win this time. We don't want to play for the third placing. We want to play for the gold medal. Playing alongside my big sister is very nice.
In July, all eyes will be on the Amoa men's volleyball team as they prepare to defend their title as the current kings of volleyball in the Pacific.
PNG, Amoa, PNG, Amoa,
The team has been preparing very well, and we had two recent trips, one from Thailand and played against the Thailand national team. We beat them 3-1 and went for our South Pacific Cup in New Zealand, and we won that goal. So team has been preparing very well for the 2015 games. I'm so excited, but this is my first time to play in front of my country and my family, and maybe 8 to 9 million people will sit and watch, and it's like the main pressure is on the crowd. Playing the game it's easy, but the crowd will push the pressure on. So we are preparing very good for that, our mindset and to be strong when we are taking the court.
In recent years, the Amoa PNG men have emerged as a strong competitor in volleyball throughout the Pacific, with their style of play and the team's quick attack proving to be exciting to watch. At this year's Pacific Games, the national men's volleyball team will feature exciting young talent in the likes of Junior Harold Gima and Junior Momo Taira.
My name is Momo Taira. I'm 22 years old and I play opposite in the Amoa PNG team. I feel proud, and I've played volleyball since 2012, and I'm looking forward for this the SP Games. To represent my country means something. I'd be happy to play in front of my country, especially my family, to prove that I can play volleyball. And as I started my career, to get to the top level, put your best in it, and then somehow I just came into this Amoa team. I got selected, and I'm really happy, and I'm looking forward.
Both youngsters have been playing volleyball since an early age and will be the ones to keep their eye out for the games in July.
My name is Junior Harold Gima. I'm 18 years old, and I'm Pasaita for Amoa PNG. Me and my master lo. The first time lo this last Pacific Games na bami wearing me proud straight lo. Wearing this PNG jersey lo. Play lo. On soil play me. So me and my master because on soil play me all families, all get all friends na people support them by start. So me and my master lo play lo on soil. So this la support and sta mamas by making si confident lo. This in this Pacific Games.
Late last year, the national men's volleyball team lost their coach Tommy Louis. He was a big part of the team and was someone that a lot of the players looked up to.
He was more like a mentor to us, more like a father to us, and he was so disciplined.
Yeah, he was like a father to me. He once coached me in Philippines, and one time he came to my room, then he started encouraging me. We had our first game with Chinese Taipei, and then after that he came, and it was my first time, so I was a bit shaky. So he came and he encouraged me how to play strong against bigger teams, not to see bigger players and put myself down, how to just boost myself into their shoes and play. Yeah. He was a good man.
The loss of their coach will be one of the inspiring factors that will see the team hungry to take gold on home soil. To young and aspiring athletes hoping to represent PNG one day, here is some advice from the fresh talent in the PNG Amoa team.
Put God first and pray, and He will make your dreams come true. Yeah, I'll say that.
Because something I'm encouraging all them. Always something you make him start, but you must put God first. Because in all things, God work for good those who love Him. So always something make him and me put God first. So even me, young player, but me put God first. So God am happy me loyal. Because Bible am talk, humble yourself and God will lift you up. So if you humble yourself, God will lift you up. Even you, young player, but inside all, big club player, God will put you inside of this level. So how about me encouraging more them? Only thing put God first. So how you can kiss him this level inside Amoa PNG.
Come July, make sure to get behind and support Amoa PNG at the 2015 Port Moresby Pacific Games.
Make sure to come along and support the PNG Amoa men's team.
Do come along and support the Amoa women's team at the 2015 Pacific Games, which will be held here in Port Moresby.
Cricket PNG have climaxed in their success in just 12 months and are in form for the Pacific Games. The Lewas have been outstanding in their performances, having won the East Asia Pacific Cup held recently in Japan. Now, the PNG A team, who will be representing the country during the Pacific Games, have talent filtered with both former Barramundis and up-and-coming Garamuts from the youth team, as well as players looking to make their international debut.
The days for Tassie back in the late 90s, Chris. Oh, he's giving in, yeah.
Cricket PNG is climaxing in their sporting success, becoming one of the highest achieving codes in Papua New Guinea.
Boys, and that agile, and we nearly saw that. It's a wicket. That's a great catch.
That's a great catch.
That is a great catch.
Over the years, they have set foundations in place which have allowed them to perform well and truly beyond expectations. The PNG Barramundis in 2014 reached one-day international cricket status, while the Pacific MMI Lewas, PNG's national women's cricket team, have shone and become a force in the region. This year, they are aiming higher, and it all starts with the 2015 Pacific Games. National coach Deepak Patel said recently in a press conference at the announcement of the teams that all teams are anticipating gold come July.
We're very confident. We don't expect anything less. And that's not only pressure on the coaching staff, the selectors, the players in particular. Our training programs over the last three months has been based on the fact that we've got to qualify for the T20 World Cup in India, and the 18 Pacific Games squad, they've got to win gold. And if you had the luxury to come and watch our guys train and practice, you start to understand that the level that we're reaching now is very close to where we want to be.
A goal well and truly within reach. The team that has been selected to represent the Lewas in July comprised of some of Papua New Guinea's best batswomen and spin bowlers. Ravini Owala, an all-rounder, has the capability of bowling wickets with her destructive spin bowls. While Parker Siaki will captain the side to victory, and that is a promise from Patel himself.
And I think it's something that Cricket PNG embrace very dearly. That we've taken a lot of time, and we've been training the ladies a lot harder than previous years. And I think this is another point that a lot of people in PNG don't realise, that the ladies have probably got an easier way of qualifying for the World Cup than the men's do. So that's the ultimate goal. But the Pacific Games is a process as well, in allowing the ladies to play as much cricket as possible, and that's going to be the key.
However, Papua New Guinea will not draw a gold medal from the Lewas alone. The PNG team, second to the Barramundis, will be representing Papua New Guinea as the men's national side in July, while the Barras will be away on ICC duties.
The I Cup, which is the first time the Barramundis will go away and play a 4-day game against the other 16 top associates, or sorry, the other 8 top associates. We've got 50 over cricket. We go to the UK to play some warm-up games, and then we go off to the big one, the T20 World Cup qualifier. And the top 6 will go through to the next World Cup, which will be in India next year. And of course, we've got the Pacific Games in our own country, and we're very excited about that. And the A team will be playing in that because our national team are away at the same time.
Chris Armini, who has been recovering from an injury sustained last year, will lead the team, while Kohudai, as his counterpart, has been named as vice-captain.
Preparation has been good, especially with the A boys. They've been training since the beginning of the year, so boys look very fit and ready to go. We're working hard on our fitness, and I think our fitness is up there, better than before. And now obviously we're also working hard in the nets with our skills sessions. So I'm looking forward to the Pacific Games actually, and also playing the Barras.
That's an edge, and that's caught, that's slip. As the umpires look.
Papua New Guinea can be most confident in cricket for reeling in medals for the overall medal count as Papua New Guinea's most successful team sport. The humble yet striving teams have not yet reached their peak, but are in destructive form to perform. General Manager for Cricket PNG, Greg Campbell, has restored all confidence in Team A and the Lewas in a bold statement saying, "We will win gold."
As you can see, that is a very strong 3 squads we got there. There's some disappointing men's and women's that missed out on that, but we're in a situation now where we're building up a strong development squad under DPAC, and places are really hard to get in these teams, and they have to earn. We're very confident that the men's and women's will win the gold medal. I'll go even further than API, that's our goal, and our main men's team will qualify for the World Cup.
It's a wicket, Jonathan. That's just not what you wanted. It's a punch out of Barramundis from PNG. Right.
In this final segment, we tour the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium and speak to Governor for the National Capital District, Powers Parkop, as he informs the public on the construction work that is yet to be completed. The Sir Hubert Murray Stadium is the only major sporting venue that is yet to be completed. With the 2 main grandstands up and ready for seating, the 3rd and final stand is said to be completed by the end of May. While the stadium remains incomplete, General Manager for Curtin Brothers, Justin McGann, says the contractor's only concern is the playing surface.
Our area of concern, if there is any, is the playing surface, which is seeded with couch, which we have flown in from Australia. It was in the initial stages when we seeded it, there was a massive rainstorm. It was very unfortunate for us, and it washed the seed away. We then had to reinstate some more seeding, and we've had a lot of rain since then. Yesterday we also had rain, but today is the first day of no rain, and the grass is already starting to pick up. We've aerated the soil because the soil became too wet. So we're very confident that we'll have this whole stadium grassed and a very good playing surface for the soccer events that will be played on the field.
Apart from the constructing of the 3rd grandstand and the seeding of grass for the playing surface, Curtin Brothers are in the process of also tidying up the perimeter and the placement of seats.
We are tidying up the perimeter. We will have some repairs to the fence, and I'm not certain, Peter, whether you're going to provide some balustrade.
We'll help.
So I'll let Peter just do that. The The event will be managed by the Pacific Games, not by us, but we will be there supporting them all the way through, and we're very, very confident it'll be a very successful venue, and we look forward to seeing the games being played here.
Governor for the National Capital District Council, Powers Pakop, said as the head of Port Moresby, he can confidently and comfortably assure the citizens of the nation's capital and all athletes and officials that the stadium will be complete and ready come games time.
The most important message that I want to convey to you all, and through you all to all our people in the city and of course all around the country and the Pacific, is that the stadium will be ready come the games, the opening ceremony on the 4th of July.
Governor Pakop had also cleared the air on the construction of the 4th and main grandstand, saying it wasn't initially planned to be built for the games, but will be constructed and completed following the games for future use.
The plan for the Pacific Games is to have the 3 grandstand up. The main grandstand was not planned for the Pacific Games. So, you know, I want our people to be assured of that, especially the athletes and the officials from around the Pacific, that the 3 grandstand that was being planned is up already. The final grandstand on that side is being done now. The seats are being prefabricated out there at Moduke Island. So once the frame are up, the seats will come and it will be ready on time. By the end of this month, it should be completed. The grass, I think Mr. McCann will explain this, but just what I've been briefed is that initially the grass was seeded, planted, but when the big rain came, it washed it away, so they are redoing it again. I'm not a gardener like some ministers, but I'm confident that it will be ready on time too. So I just want to assure our people, residents in the city, the sporting fraternity, the athletes and officials coming from the length and breadth of the Pacific, that this stadium will be ready for them on time. It will be mainly to host the soccer or football, whatever they call it in the soccer world. So, I'm confident together with our 2 CEO here that it will be ready on time. For the future, after the games, the main grandstand will be built. It will probably be about 6 stories high. It might have facilities like gym, restaurant, swimming pool, big grandstand.
Chief Executive Officer of the Games Organising Committee, Peter Stewart, had indicated that the venues were not a concern for his team.
I'm really excited to be using this venue that has a long history associated with the Pacific Games, and it will be the home for football during the Games period. Competition will start here on the 3rd of July and will continue through to the 17th. So competition starts before the opening ceremony. We will have on the 12th of July the Olympic qualifier will be held in the men's competition here at this venue, and on the 17th of July the gold medal games for the men and the women will be held here. This will also be the finish point for the triathlon, which will be the first medal awarded during the games on the 5th of July. So this venue is going to have an integral part in the delivery of the games, and we're very pleased that the government and Curtin Brothers have been able to get this venue ready for us in time for the games.
With the country and all stakeholders comfortably placed 45 days prior to the Games, all focus is now on Team PNG producing the best results. That brings us to the end of tonight's episode. Do visit the EMTV website and follow Road to Port Moresby on Facebook and Twitter for instantaneous updates. I'm Lorraine Genia. Thank you for joining me. Good night. program was proudly brought to you by Puma Energy and proudly supported by BSB, official sponsor of the 2015 Pacific Games, and New Guinea, exclusive carrier for the 2015 Pacific Games, and Coral Sea Hotels, preferred accommodation provider of the 2015 Pacific Games.